Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So as you can see, something a little different today. I'm actually in my car. I just had to do a smoke inspection. And for those of you that don't know, I'm a real estate agent here in Massachusetts. My wife and I have a real estate team, and that is my day job. So this particular job takes me kind of all over the state pretty much, or wherever we're willing to pick up work. And today I'm about 45 minutes away from home, so I thought it would be a perfect opportunity to talk about website DecantX. They sent me some samples, so I'm going to link them down below. What I really like about DecantX is that if you go to their website and they have both high-end designer and niche fragrances, pretty much anything that you're looking for. Really expensive fragrances like the one I'm going to be testing out today, but you can go on there, you can look and see. They literally have everything. They have the scent accords listed, the year it was released, the gender that it leans, the brand, the category, the concentration, what season, day or night, the country of origin. I mean, everything you can imagine for that particular fragrance, they list on their website, which I think is really cool. So the fragrance that we're going to be trying today, this is their 5 ml premium atomizer, decant, is an Amouage fragrance, and it is Amouage Fate Man. And I don't know why I'm holding it up because it's just a gold decant, but I think it's cool because this is when I personally will lean more towards samples and decants, is when the fragrance is super expensive. And I'm going to look up quickly what this is actually going for full retail. So number one, the bottle is awesome looking. I think the bottle is like really cool. It kind of looks like when you see an oil puddle mixed with water in a parking lot somewhere, in a parking space. You guys know what I'm talking about. But is this a discontinued fragrance? Because I'm not seeing full bottles of it other than eBay, where it's going for crazy prices. It's like the average price is between $346 and $356. So insane prices. My guess is that this is a discontinued fragrance that DecantX, you can actually go on and grab a decant of, which is very cool. Another reason why you should definitely try a decant. Yeah, so I don't know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get this on skin, give a quick spray of it, give you guys my impressions of it in the air, and then I'm going to drive home. I'm going to grab a coffee, I'm going to drive home and kind of check in from time to time with you guys to let you know how it's changing and what it's doing. So something a little different today, but I wanted to be sure to give it enough time. I said, you know what? Maybe this could be a series, me trying fragrances on my long car rides when I'm working. So let's get this on skin. Really nice atomizer. I mean, what you would expect from a decant. And wow, okay. Very spicy in the air. Ambery, warm, maybe like a cinnamon note. Very spicy. I really want to get into Amouage fragrances. I know they're really expensive, but quality is amazing right now. This smells really good. So it kind of reminds me of things, maybe a little bit of like African leather, that type of spice here. I don't know if leather's a note in here. Let's take a look at the notes really quick. So I'm going to go right to DecantX because, as I said, they list everything, the accords, the notes. So as accords, they have amber, warm, spicy, fresh, spicy, balsamic, sweet, woody, herbal, smoky, soft, spicy, and animalic. I am getting a little bit of that animalic accord. Top notes: cumin, saffron, wormwood, ginger, mandarin, orange. Love it. Not picking up a ton of it though. Mid, incense, immortelle, copahu, balm, olibanum, labdanum, and rose. And the base is licorice, labdanum, sandalwood, cedar, musk, and tonka bean. 2013 release. Off of skin, getting much more of that licorice. Absolutely love it. Very interesting fragrance. It's a little bit smoky. I am picking up those woods. So yeah, I'm curious to see what this does on my skin. This is an eau de parfum concentration. Yeah, so let's go get a coffee. And again, as I drive, I'll check in and let you guys know what I think.
Hi, what can I get started?
Hi, can I get a venti ice cold brew with sugar-free vanilla and half and half?
Venti ice cold brew with sugar-free vanilla, half and half. Anything else?
That's it.
All set.
Thanks. So yeah, you guys know I'm from Boston, and obviously the stereotype is that we only go to Dunks, but from time to time, I do like mortgaging my house to grab a Starbucks. So right now, as I'm waiting in line at Starbucks, right, you know, this stuff, definitely picking up that licorice vibe, which I love. I love that note in fragrances. I wish I was picking up a little bit more of the citrus, the mandarin orange. If you've watched my channel, you know that's probably one of my favorite notes ever in fragrance, especially as a top note and a citrus note. So this is not a fresh fragrance by any means. It's definitely resinous, smoky, very spicy. You need to like spice to like this. The animalic edge I'm getting from it kind of has this dustiness to it. It's kind of like smelling an old book, which if you've ever done, you know what I'm saying. Walking into an old library or having a box of books like in your basement or something. It has this kind of, I guess, I don't know how to describe the undertone to it. Okay, so I got my coffee. I'm ready to go. My thoughts on this right now are, the biggest thing I'm having trouble with is the price. I don't know. Now, on DecantX, I think it's a more than reasonable price. I want to say it's like 20 bucks for the 5 ml. When you can, all things considered, if you're a fan of this fragrance or you've really wanted to try it for a while, it's a much more inexpensive way of getting this scent in hand. When you look on eBay and people are charging $350 a bottle, I just can't justify paying that. Again, unless this thing is really, means something to you. Is it good? Yes, it smells good. Lots of spice. Again, you're gonna need to like spice. Is it $350 good? I mean, probably not, my personal opinion. So, although it is a unique spicy fragrance in a way, it just, you're getting into territory now where it's like, I'm expecting good performance from this. I mean, right now it's kind of blasting off of my hand. I only did a couple sprays in the air and it's filling my car. Now, obviously you could say, well, you're in a car with the windows up. Yeah, of course. But I know, I've smelled enough to know that this is a very powerful scent, without question. Very masculine. You're gonna make a statement with this fragrance, which is kind of my understanding of a lot of Amouages. So as I'm heading to my next destination, I'm gonna let this sit a little while longer on my skin and give you guys my overall final thoughts on it. But right now, I think it smells fantastic. I just can't justify that price. All right, guys, so I've had it on for about 20 minutes or so. There's something in here that I'm not crazy about, and it is reminding me a little bit of food, but not in the best way. It smells, I don't know what the note is. I want to say maybe it's that curry note, I believe that was in there, or cumin. It's reminding me of like chicken curry, like tiki masala, being in an Indian restaurant, which I love Indian food. I actually love Indian food. And now that I'm thinking about it, I may have to get it this week, but I digress. It is strange. It's an odd note. I don't like when things, gourmand is one thing. I don't want my fragrance smelling like KFC. And I'm getting that kind of, chicken spice vibe right now, which is not my favorite. Maybe that will kind of settle down a bit, but right now it's standing out. All right, guys, so my final thoughts on Fate Man from Amouage. I like the opening quite a bit. That warm amber, spice, and licorice note was a real standout for me. Love that combination. I do wish it was a little bit fresher on initial spray. Maybe it's just the season right now. It's warm out. It's getting warmer. I'm kind of in a spring mode, spring, summer type of vibe. I'm, wanting more fresh fragrances. This would be ideal for like cooler weather. Fall, 1000%. Like, as the weather changes from summer to fall, this is going to be a gem. The mid got a little bit more, again, with that dustiness, like old books, as I described it as, which not everyone is going to like. Some people are going to think that's sort of the animalic edge I was getting from it. Some people are just going to think dusty old book and be turned off by it. For me, it adds some depth to the fragrance. It makes it a little bit more interesting, and it's not overpowering by any means. What I didn't like about the fragrance is as I got closer to the dry down where we're at now, I'm roughly almost an hour in because I had a little bit of a drive to where I was going, but I didn't like how that sort of gourmand, edible cumin note started to come through, like curry chicken, like food. I wasn't crazy about that. Now, I will say, when I checked in with you guys last, it was much more prominent. It's a little less prominent now. So it did make a little appearance there where I was like, I don't like where this is going. But as I smell it now, it is getting a little bit back to the warm amber, the woods, and that subtle spice in the dry down. And it's more resinous than before. So that incense note is much heavier now, which I like because I typically like that in the dry down of my fragrances. And there's more of that than that curry note, than the cumin note. So overall, I enjoy the fragrance. I think it's nice. I think it smells really high quality. It smells like it's going to be really powerful. What I don't like is the price. So if you're into super spicy fragrances, think, like I said, like I compared it to African Leather from Memo. The very dominant fragrance, spice fragrance, cardamom. People think that's a leather fragrance. It's not. That's a conversation for another day. This is along those lines, but much heavier on the spice, much heavier on the incense, and the resins. But I think overall, it's a nice scent. Very expensive fragrance. Definitely go the decant route. Save yourself some dough. I don't think it's worth the $350. If that's what people are paying for it on eBay, I don't think it's worth that price, personally. But I do think it's a high quality scent that smells like it's gonna last. I'm gonna wear it today. I'm gonna, put it for a full day's wear. Whether or not that's gonna work out, it's gonna be like 75 degrees today, remains to be seen. But I'm gonna wear it, and I will give you guys a little more insight as to the overall performance I got from it in my weekly wears video, which drop every single Monday. So guys, I love doing videos like this. If you like content like this, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video, hit that bell notification so you're updated whenever I upload new content. But until then, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video.